the greatest common factor. What's that got to do with fractions? Well, you'll see. For now, you're going to have to trust me that as we go through fractions, both in 5th grade and later in 6th grade, you will need something called the greatest common factors to help you when you're finding things like common denominators or all different stuff. So you're just going to have to trust me that later on, even in 5th grade, we're going to be using that. Now, what is it? Well, first of all, let's break it down. What's a factor? A factor is a number that you multiply to get a product. A common factor is when two products have the same factor. The greatest common factor is when it's a biggest factor. Well, here's what I mean by that. Let's say we have these three numbers, 40, 24, and 32. Well, right now, because each of these numbers are even numbers, you could say to me, 2. 2 is a common factor, and you would be correct. 2 is a common factor. But is it the biggest or greatest common factor? We shall see. Now, to do this, to get the greatest common factor, we go through the process of prime factorization. And as soon as I say prime factorization, you should be thinking factor trees. And if you didn't, then maybe you need to go back to chapter 2, lesson 1, and just review that video on factor trees, because we're going to need it. In fact, for each of these three numbers, we have to create a factor tree. And I will just go through the first one real quick and then do the rest on my own really, really fast. So 40, 2 factors of 40 are 4 times 10. 4 times 10. Factors of 4, 2 times 2. Okay. The 2's. Are they prime? They are. So we circle them. Remember that? Circle the prime factors. Next, we go over to 10. What are 2 factors of 10? 2 times 5. Well, we already know that 2 is a prime factor. How about 5? Yes, it is. So our prime factors of 40 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, or 2 to the power of 3 times 5. Okay? So I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to do the other 2. Why don't you do the same thing? I'll see you back in a sec.